it's time to dish with D. That's me. Good morning. It's cold. Actually, it wouldn't be good morning for you when you watch this. Why do I say that? Because by the time you see this, it's like, I should say, good day, folks. How's your day going? My day's going not the best because I have to go to work. Who doesn't want to go to work? I used to love my job until COVID. What I'd like to vlog about today is what I've learned on my WW journey. What I've learned a lot of things. I've learned in the last 4 years, I've learned so much that it's so even hard to put into words. Like my whole life has changed, and I've learned so much about me and about the things I'm capable of. Truly, I mean, if you had asked me back in 2016, we'll say January 2016, that you're going to be at your Weight Watchers goal in 2019, 2020, what would yourself say? I'd be like, oh no, that's way too hard. I can't even imagine. Like, again, I used to join to lose 50 pounds. That was always an attainable goal for me. Because I did it several times. I knew I could do that. It did take work. It wasn't like I went in there and poof, somebody waved a magic wand. But I knew I was capable of that. Anything past that, I hadn't proven that to myself. What I did prove is I have endurance. And if I just keep up and enjoy the little victories, I will eventually get a big victory. It's hard. It is so hard to go through this journey with these little weight losses some weeks. 0.2, 0.4. Sometimes you gain, sometimes you stay the same. And how do you stay motivated? How do you sit there to continue? Because we love the big payoff. And a lot of people that I see, that they tell me, oh, I don't lose fast. And so how do they stay motivated and focused when they're not getting that reward at the end of that week? It's, I guess, because what you're doing is making lifestyle changes. And if you keep that in the forefront of your mind, the weight loss is secondary. The number on this scale is secondary. It's a hard one because it's, again, we like that reward. We like that big old, payoff. And we don't always get it every week. It took, in all intents and purposes, when you think about it, it took me almost 3 years of my life to get to where I am. And that's a long time. That's 365 days in a year. That's almost 1,000 days. That's a long time. And how do I keep myself motivated 1,000 days? How do I keep plugging? Because it's about making the healthy changes and choices that's really good for your overall health. You're not, we're talking overall health, and weight loss is just a benefit of that. So if you keep that in your mind, it's really about, if you had diabetes, if you have high blood pressure, if you're on all these medications. In my case, it was arthritis. Like I said, I carried, probably more than half, maybe 3/4, I would say easily, of my weight in my stomach. So that was probably what was pulling on my lower back. And that just was, because at times it was excruciating. You're like, and you're just all medicated up just to get through. You never were pain free. You were just medicated enough to get moving, because you're never pain free. But it's enough to, it's tolerable. I can get through the day with this. And all because of the weight. It's mind-blowing, because when you're in it, you don't see it. You don't see it. You don't. You just, it's arthritis. That's not caused by weight. No, but it's exacerbated by it. Weight totally doesn't help it. Weight just makes it 10 times worse, maybe 40 times worse. It's pulling. Think about the amount of weight I have pulling on my back. If I tried to pick the weight up I lost now, I couldn't do it. the strength for it. Crazy as that sounds. But it's keeping yourself motivated day in and day out. And that's why, like, I try to create weird food. Like, you've seen my recipes. I shouldn't say weird, but almost bordering on, like, it's you know, I'm on the edge of calories and the edge of points, if you ever notice. It's just hovered over that 0 point line, and for certain ingredients, because it's just, you know, you hover. But if I can make something that helps satiate that feeling that I'm looking for, doesn't cost me a lot of points, then I feel that's a win. And I've played around with a lot of weird things. Like I said, it borders on insanity some days, I know, but that's what got me through, because I felt like I was eating, I would say the word treats, or eating regular food. You know, it's whatever can get your mind to fixate on something else rather than to fixate on the real stuff and the food that you're supposedly not engaging in. And it's not you're not engaging in it, you're just not engaging in all of it, because you could never eat the way you used to. It's just, and I knew that, but I also knew when I started eating, that had to be in a way that basically mirrored it, so I would be able to don't feel deprived. Because if you think you're deprived, oh, you're just so like going to be like, are you kidding me? I'm not living like this. I want to live, you know? I'm not. So I had to also make this livable, that I wasn't feeling. Sorry about that. So there was, like, that's why I tried to, if you ever see, some of my food looks really decadent, and it's not. And I definitely try to fit in, I eat 3 meals a day, because I'm always going to eat 3 meals a day. I mean, I know there's people that only eat 2, and the people do the intermittent fast. I can't do intermittent fasting, because again, I could do it for a while, but that's too, again, it's too much non-realistic for me in my life, so that didn't work for me. It just didn't, because there's things I couldn't guarantee that I wasn't going to eat in that time frame. So really, what was the point of doing it for a while? Again, if you're not going to do it, you're all in or you're all out. And I couldn't be all in, so that's why I was all out. But if it works for people, then it works. But remember, it has to work consistently, and it has to work for the rest of your life. You can't do intermittent fasting for like 4 months and say, well, I'll go back to my regular way of eating. Yeah, not going to work. At least I don't think it's going to work. I mean, hey, who am I, though? I'm nothing but a girl on a journey. That's what I always say. I am a girl who's lost weight, and she's sharing what she's learned. I just feel you have to be realistic. You have to be, this is how my life is going to be. So I have to adjust my life to fit this plan. And it has to be realistically. And realistically, Denise eats. So she has to eat on plan. But I've learned that I can be so creative. I was never this, well, I mean, I shouldn't say that, because I've always been creative with food. I could always make something out of nothing. That was always my mother's thing. Like, we would have like these weird things left over, and I would create a meal out of them, and it would be like, you should be on like the television show, you know, where you just have these weird ingredients, and you can, and I would, and it would always be really good. And hey, you can put anything on pasta and it's good. That's in my world, you know. So to make something out of nothing, and to create a fantastic low point meal with minimal ingredients, but yet be delicious, because I say this all the time, if it's not good, you're not going to eat it. I don't care if it's 0 points or not, you're not going to eat it. It's not good. Food has to be good. There's little ways of tweaking this and tweaking that. Again, I'm on the edge of all those weird ingredients. I live on the edge of putting yogurt in everything. I do. I like yogurt. And it's fine, I never did. I was never a huge yogurt fan. I never ate it regularly. But yeah, I put it in everything now. That's like people, I say, what is your favorite 0 point food? Has to be yogurt. Non-fat Greek yogurt. Oh my goodness. It goes in pretty much, I have it every day in something. In one form or another, there's Greek yogurt in it. Easily. I mean, scrambled eggs. I put it. I had this morning in my overnight oats, because I do half and half. I do half the Premier Protein and what the hell? Oh, it was a deer. Sorry about that. I was kind of caught my eye. I thought it was a big old groundhog. If that was a groundhog, it would have been huge. I do half container of the Premier Protein. I had the new cinnamon roll this morning, just so you know. It was delicious. Oh. I don't know. I am on the Premier Protein bandwagon. I am. I love it. I pretty much just do it for oatmeal, though. It's not something I don't desire to drink it. It would probably make a very good smoothie. But in my oatmeal, oh, it's so good. And all that protein you're getting, oh, and it keeps me full all morning long. Sometimes I bring a snack and I'm just like, well, sometimes I'm just too busy to eat, but I'm really satisfied. And being on purple, and I have to count that in my oatmeal. And I put the other half, I put like a heaping quarter to a third cup of non-fat Greek yogurt in there. Thick, rich, and delicious. I do. And that's why I've always made it. I used to use the any kind of the nut milks, and you mix it with the yogurt and the nut milk yogurt and oats. A little bit of sweetener, some vanilla, some cinnamon or pumpkin, depending on my mood. But yeah, I just play around with ingredients, what I like and how I could tweak it. Like I remember when I discovered overnight oatmeal, that was a salvation. I love it. I have it at least 2 to 3 times a week. Another reason why I went on purple, because I was eating oatmeal 3 times a week. So why not save those 4 points a day? Because I eat a half cup. Yeah, some people go with a quarter cup. I'm like, it's not good. It's just not. It's not enough. But I learned I was an overeater. I say this all the time. Like, I learned that if you asked me this years ago, I'd be like, that's why I say this all the time. I just don't move enough, which was true as well. But I definitely overindulged. Seconds, big plates, big portions, not knowing what I was eating, just throw it on the plate. And yeah, now I know that I was eating too much. I don't ever leave the table full. That's still hard, because that's what you gauge your hunger as. Well, I'm full, I'm done eating. So I guess once you're full, you've overeaten. So it's the journey. It is quite a journey. I mean, I like the word is really a good word when you think about it. It is a journey. To me, it was a learning journey of self-discovery, and wow, I'm stronger than I realized, and I can do this, and I could not sacrifice good food, not in the least. I mean, you get yourself some fresh herbs and some fresh vegetables, and fresh is the best. I mean, if you can get it, it's hard to get. Not everybody can get fresh, and I get that, or even dried herbs. My God, Flavor God. Oh. My food everybody in my house loves Flavor God. Everybody's always constantly using them. So I was like, how do you justify spending that much on seasonings? Number one, when you get them on sale, they're really a good price. And you'd pay way more if you're buying McCormick's, and McCormick's aren't half as good as these Flavor Gods are. And but that's, another thing you have to, I do believe, and I know it's hard for a lot of people, that cooking your own food, creating your own food, saves you points and gives you more. That is the reason people say, why do you cook so much? Right? Because I want to eat. And the best way to get more bang for my point buck is to make my own food. It's definitely, sorry about that. This traffic is crazy today. I'm actually up early. I want more food and for less points, and I have to cook it. That is the only way to fly. I'm actually going in the back way today, because in case you notice, like, I never see you on this road. Yeah, I don't normally go this way. I normally go the other way. But because I am going in early, I have to avoid the car line, because the car line is crazy. It's legit crazy. So in order for me, I'm going to go through the back. Going in the back entrance. Going a totally different way. Oh, it's sunny this morning. So yeah, so you'll learn a lot about yourself and about how strong you are, and about how you can do it. We always think, I can't do it, I can't do it. We don't give ourselves enough credit, because we give up too easily. And that's it too. You have to dig your heels in. It takes work. Oh, I'm not going to lie and sit there and say it doesn't. It takes work. It does. You need to know what you're eating. You need to weigh. You need to measure. You need to, you need to do it. That's just how you have to do. 0 points are not a free-for-all. 0 points have calories. So, you don't sit there and gorge on 0 point foods. Treat them with respect and enjoy them. I definitely think they should be involved in every meal of the day. You definitely should build your meal around your 0 point foods. But they are not a free-for-all. By no means are they a free-for-all. They've always scared me. Because remember, I came from green. I came from the original Smart Points. So I knew these things used to have points. So why don't they have points anymore? So I was always very, very cautious when it came to 0 point foods. And I do. I mean, they're involved in, like I said, this morning I had oatmeal. Well, it's a purple point zero. Oops. Let this bus come. I'm going to end this vlog here. So yeah, you are stronger than you know. You can do this. Put the work in. Reap the benefits. Have a great day. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I appreciate if you subscribe. If you enjoy these videos, give them a thumbs up. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about. Have a great day.